All right. Good evening, everybody. My name's Doug Godkin. I'm one of the founders of Ameo Life. I've got Kennedy Jessam here with me tonight, who's part of the Ameo Life team and family, as well as a certified coach, a nutritionalist, and so much more. Kennedy, you know what you do more than I do. We're here today to talk about some Ameo Life products to give some further understanding how you can incorporate these products into your daily health regime and learn as much as we can. At the end of this session, we'll do some the question and answers and just make sure that we can give you as much understanding and knowledge on how to incorporate these into your daily health regimes.
Yeah, let's get it going.
Perfect.
Okay, so let's just start off with the basic, why a Mayo Life? Can you tell us a little bit more about what makes it different from all of the other supplements and supplement companies on the market?
Yeah, so for starters, the word Ameo, everybody always asks me, what does Ameo Life mean? Where did you get that name from? And the word Ameo means to love. So first and foremost, it's to love life. And what makes us different and why we're here is to develop and bring products to people that can assist in the body's healing journey. And first and foremost, we do that by making products that don't have any chemicals, fillers, toxins, or any preservatives. Because when we look at what's making a lot of people sick today, it's a toxic overload, it's a chemical overload, it's introducing all of these different substances into the body that the body doesn't recognize. So the body creates responses where immune responses or inflammatory responses, and it's making us sick. So when we look at where supplementation plays a role in healing the body, or I'm going to say helping the body heal itself, it's giving the body what the body's not getting through our foods and through our nutrition in this day and age, and assisting the body by giving the body what it needs to help with that healing journey. So that's first and foremost why we're here is not to bring out all of the, I'm going to say, trendy products that everybody sees on TikTok and Instagram and all these different platforms
Am I going there
because
and
they look
I
cool.
try
It's
really hard.
more to deliver, I'm going to say, forms of supplementation that are as they're created by the earth, getting them into the body so that the body can use them to their best ability.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great. And, it's best to be natural out here nowadays, especially.
Exactly.
Okay, let's take it back to the basics, I'd say. Structured silver. What is it, and why would someone want to add it into their daily supplement routine?
So for those of you that are familiar with silver, or for those of you that are new to silver, I'll go back. Silver's got a history going back thousands to tens of thousands of years as far as what it could do for its antimicrobial properties. When we look at Egyptian times, when we look at Incan times, we look at ancient Chinese civilizations, they were using silver. They were putting silver in with food. They were putting silver in milk vats to help milk not spoil. And, for centuries now, food has been served on silver platters, silverware. Why was silver always used and not other different materials? Well, it was because of the antimicrobial properties. So when we think about silver in the here and now and today, let's say, what silver does very effectively is it naturally cleanses the body of yeast, bacteria, fungus, and mold. So when we think about what is it that's wreaking havoc on my body, or what is it that's, causing my body to be sick, we can chase those down to a bacterial concern, a yeast concern, a fungal concern, a viral concern, where silver is very, very effective. We call it nature's antibiotic at eliminating those pathogens. And silver does it differently than any other, I'm going to say, product on the market, where silver goes after these yeast, these bacteria, these fungals, and these molds. Does it on a energetic frequency level where it's actually causing those pathogens to rupture, and it's hitting them at the nucleus. So a lot of people have heard, let's say, in this day and age, of antibiotic resistant bacteria. Well, antibiotic resistant bacteria has evolved itself where it's created a shell around itself as a barrier of protection. So antibiotics and a lot of different substances actually can't penetrate through that cellular membrane, so they repel it. And this is why we hear antibiotic resistant bacteria. Well, since silver is attacking it at its electrical property, it's actually not being held up by that membrane and it's able to rupture that. The other interesting thing about silver is silver doesn't cause any additional workload on the immune system or the digestive system. So it doesn't metabolize in the body. So when somebody's going through a lot of digestive issues and a lot of digestive concerns, and they start introducing different forms of supplementation to the body, then the body is actually having to create additional workload, especially in the digestive system, to break those other supplements, those substances down. And this is where we have seen for years and years, pictures of porta potties after a public event and they're full of supplements. It's because, they just weren't getting broken down in the digestive system. So in my opinion, what we've seen with our customers over a vast number of years is silver is essentially one of the best daily forms of digestive health as well as immune support and really helping with the microbiome and the digestive system and cleansing out all of these, I'm going to say nasties out of the body that we want to get out of there. There's a lot of fear factor around silver on the internet. If somebody types in colloidal silver, they'll see, oh, it can turn me blue, or it's going to cause argyria and that kind of thing. And I'll be honest, that information is true. And it's true when silver is made in incorrect manners. And the thing that kind of drives me crazy is people unfortunately buy these $10 and $20 silver generators off of Amazon and these different websites, and they make silver at home. The problem with that is you're making a silver with an extremely large particle size with a very low energetic frequency, and it's not bonded to a water molecule, so it's actually settling to the bottom of the jar. So what we've been able to do with our alkaline structured silver is make a silver that's alkaline, so it's embraced by the immune system. We get it to an extremely small nanoparticle size, so under 10 nanometers. So literally you'd put thousands of silver particles on the tip of a pen. That's how small they are. And then we bond them to the water molecules. So you'll never see on any of our products a shake before usage or any of those kind of claims, because we've been able to create a silver that actually is safe. It's safe to be taken day in and day out. I've been taking this product every single day for 15 years, and I'm still as same color skin as I was born with. We've been producing this product for over 20 years, and we've never ever had even one complaint, concern, nefarious effect, or side effect whatsoever. The only thing that people will say sometimes, and I have to kind of talk them down a little bit, is if somebody has a lot of yeast build up in the body, they can get a little bit of a Hertzheimer effect, which is rapid yeast die-off. And it can give like flu-like symptoms. So some people will sometimes confuse that a little bit with a side effect where it's not. And if anything, we'll usually recommend, like if the serving is 2 teaspoons twice a day, just start with half a teaspoon and work your way up as we get rid of that yeast, because yeast will fight to stay alive and it can be a little bit of a painful process.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all amazing information. And, thank you for going in the depth of, how it's made. And I think that's super helpful as a lot of companies don't go into depth nowadays
Talk
about.
about this for hours.
Oh, yeah.
The
It's
passion.
great. It's great. It's great. Now, another one of our newer products is the humic and fulvic minerals. Uh, what are they? And why do I need them? Why should I add them into my routine? And what benefits am I going to start to see?
So we've got the fulvic and we've got the humic. And the easiest way to think about this is our 72 essential daily active trace minerals. And there's, a lot of literature out there that so many of the health concerns that people are suffering from today stem from a vitamin and a mineral deficiency. So what makes these different? And I don't know if everybody's heard about Shilajit, for instance. Shilajit's one of these products that's marketed all over. I think TikTok right now is the big one. Shilajit is a part of the humic family. There's actually Shilajit in humic. So we've got our our fulvics, which are, I'm going to say, our active minerals, and then we've got our humics, which would, if I'm just trying to create a mental picture here, think about it as your active charcoals or your humates or your more along your shilajit line, let's say. It's the dark matter of the mineral complex. So what we've done and what we're working here is we've got a patented process on how we extract the minerals from the earth. And when we think about a lot of the minerals, colloidal minerals, and the ionic minerals that people are taking nowadays, is we've got an ionic mineral here, and what we're doing is we're actually harvesting minerals from multiple locations throughout the United States. Because the easiest way to think about it is when we think of ancient plant life and we think about the geography of the United States, for instance, plant life in Florida is a lot different than plant life in Washington State or Nevada or the different regions throughout these states. So if we're able to harvest from all of those different regions and tap into those veins of those ancient minerals and then blend those, then we're getting a much more biodiverse mineral complex and something that's way better for our bodies. So this is what the fulvic is these ancient trace minerals, let's say, in an ionic manner. So like the silver, these are super, super high in energy. You can actually feel it when you're taking it. And there's been some studies, and I think, any of the women here that are listening tonight or a part of us are going to love this. The studies are showing 80% increase in nail growth. And I'm a guitar player, and I've constantly having to trim back my nails now because they grow so fast. Hair growth, skin and complexion, like there's studies that are showing huge increases in the health of the skin, the hair, and the nails with this. And that's the base result of getting the body remineralized and getting the cellular health. And what the fulvic is able to actually do too is it also helps break down our foods, and it's bringing these minerals in and crossing through and getting them into our cells. And if anybody's interested, there's a really good paper that we can send out on the fulvic minerals that has been written by a number of scientists and all of the, I'm going to say, results that they're seeing with that. So that's on the fulvic side. Now, when we talk about the humic side, I'll put a dropper of this or two droppers of this in my cup of coffee in the morning, and this can turn a real crappy cup of coffee, let's say, into a premium gourmet cup of coffee. It just changes the whole flavor profile because it helps balance the pH. It's mineralizing the coffee as well. But for anybody that's looking for a binder and has been taking zeolite or activated charcoal or any of those kind of products, activated charcoal starting to come out now where it's giving some people some concerns because it scratches the lining of the stomach. So the humic is a really good alternative to the activated charcoals. And for anybody that's looking at shilajit, shilajit is a component of this, but this gives you a much more broader spectrum product. And so if we're feeding the cells with the fulvic and pulling the toxins from the cells, then we need to bind those toxins and get it out of the body. So this is where the fulvic and the humic work as a really good sort of 1-2 together to nourish and remove all of the different properties we want to get out of the body while giving ourselves cellular regeneration.
Perfect. Yeah, that's great. And you say that you add the transform humic and fulvic minerals to your coffee, correct?
I do.
Perfect.
I
So
do.
I noticed that the Activate fulvic mineral complex is lemon lime flavored. What would you say is the most common things that why people take it and how they take it? Is it in, do you take it straight? Can you add it to things or?
You can add it to water. You can add it to juice. I take a shot glass of it. I just pour it in a shot glass, or I'll just drink it straight from the bottle in the morning, in the afternoon. And I do that as my way of getting my essential trace minerals on a daily basis. And, I'm not getting any younger. So it's got some really amazing anti-aging properties to it as well. So that's my way of doing it. It's also very good with hydration. We've got a hydration product coming out soon that we're actually going to have the fulvic included in that as well.
Yeah, that's great. Awesome. Okay, let's take a little gander at probiotics. I know that's a scary topic. There's so many on the market, but I'd love to hear how the Ameo Life product of the probiotic, sorry, is different and what the strains are and how we are upgrading it as opposed to other probiotics.
Sure. And you're right. There is thousands and thousands of probiotics on the market. For us, where it starts is, and you'll see this, and we've been doing this probiotic for I think 8 years now. It's the MB40, and what makes the MB40 so strong is it's a patented strain of pre and probiotics. And there's a number of studies and white papers on this actual combination of the pre and probiotics that it's the longest lasting spore-based probiotic in the digestive system. So when we look at most probiotics on the market today, many, if not most, are actually eliminated by the digestive system in 2 to 4 hours. And a lot of people will see probiotics that say, okay, well, they're 500 billion or 900 billion colony forming units. That's the amount of digestive enzyme in those. And people think, oh, it's got way more. It's got to be a better deal, right? It's the whole more is better kind of argument. Whereas what we've got is we've got, I think, 50 billion in ours, but the studies have shown and all the research has shown is it's actually still 80% active after 24 hours. So this is actually thriving in that hot acidic environment of the digestive system. And as it's a spore-based probiotic, it's actually in hibernation, so it doesn't need to be refrigerated. It actually starts to wake up in the digestive system. So then what we've also done is we've created the probiotic to be more of a digestive system than just a probiotic by adding inulin, slippery elm, turmeric, fiber, and aloe. So we're able to lubricate the bowels, we're able to get moisture into the bowels so that we can get people going to the bathroom regularly because a lot of people are just bunged up and not honestly pooping enough. So we can get that happening on more of a regular cycle as well as addressing inflammation in the digestive system and an overall better gut. So with taking that and part of why I sort of wanted to address these products tonight is it kind of turns into a bit of a digestive body reset kit, let's say, whereas we're using the silver to naturally cleanse the yeast, bacteria, fungus, and mold from the body. Then we're remineralizing the digestive system and getting those proper nutrients into the cells because silver isn't a vitamin, mineral, herb, or botanical. So we got to look at that as the step one is the cleanser, right? And that's why we've named Silver Cleanse, is to start that process of getting the body reset and going after the combatants that are, wreaking havoc on our body. Then we start the rebuilding process with getting proper mineralization, with getting the toxins pulled out of the body, and then resetting the digestive system with the probiotics. So it kind of works all in harmony together where we're getting all of these in an ionic basis. So we're getting through the cellular walls, we're getting through the entire body, and then giving the body what the body needs for the body to heal itself. Because there's this big misconception in the supplement industry that and supplement companies have done this to people, have said, take this, fix that, right? And so everybody looks to a supplement to say, okay, I've got such and such a sickness, what supplement says that's going to fix it, or what pharmaceutical drug is going to fix that? But we need to get out of that mindset to think that it's the supplement that's fixing our body. The supplement's only giving the body what the body needs to heal itself naturally.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. So, final question. Am I allowed to take all of these products together at the same time? Is that safe to do?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's, on my little desk right over here, every day I've got all of these that just sit on my desk. And when I first come into the office this morning or in the morning, that's my routine. And when I finish work for the day, I just know that, okay, I'm going to finish the day, take those, and that's my routine as well. And so far, it works great. And the stories that we get from our customers. I mean, us as a team spend a lot of time in tears with our customers, just hearing about the journey of wellness that they're going through and how they've been able to help their body overcome so many areas of being stuck.